Are you a Social Security recipient and still haven't heard about the $950 grocery payment coming on June 5th? Stop whatever you're doing right now, because what I'm about to share could put real money back in your pocket, and most seniors are completely missing out simply because nobody told them what to do first. Here's what's happening. A brand new grocery assistance benefit is being rolled out specifically for Social Security seniors, and the window to act is closing fast. We're talking about up to $950 in grocery support hitting as early as June 5th. But here's the catch. There are specific steps you must complete before that date, or you could lose your eligibility entirely. And trust me, you do not want to leave this money on the table. Thousands of seniors across the country are already confused, already missing deadlines, and already losing benefits they rightfully deserve, all because they didn't know about these critical steps in time. The system isn't going to call you. Nobody is going to show up at your door. If you don't take action yourself, this money simply disappears. Whether you receive SSI, SSDI, or retirement benefits, this affects you. It doesn't matter what state you're in or how long you've been receiving Social Security. This is something every single senior needs to hear right now. I've broken down every single step in plain, simple language so you can act today, not tomorrow. If this video is already helping you, go ahead and smash that like button right now. It helps us reach more seniors who desperately need this information. And now that you know what's at stake, let me walk you through everything you need to know, step by step in plain language, so you don't miss a single dollar of this benefit. Because this is one of those moments where being informed can literally change your financial situation. And I want to make sure you have every piece of this puzzle before June 5th arrives. Let's start from the very beginning, because a lot of people are hearing about this $950 grocery payment and immediately asking, what exactly is this? Where is it coming from? And why haven't I heard about it before? Those are completely fair questions, and the honest answer is that this type of benefit often flies under the radar because it's not always announced through the mainstream channels that most seniors rely on. It doesn't always show up in your mailbox. It doesn't always get covered on the evening news, and your local Social Security office may not proactively reach out to tell you about it. That's the unfortunate reality of how a lot of these assistance programs work, and it's exactly why so many eligible seniors end up missing out every single year. So, what is this payment exactly? This $950 grocery payment is a grocery and food assistance benefit that has been made available to Social Security recipients as part of a broader effort to help seniors cope with the rising cost of living. If you've been to the grocery store recently, and of course you have, then you already know firsthand how dramatically food prices have increased over the past couple of years. Eggs, bread, meat, dairy, fresh produce, everything costs more now than it did just a few years ago, and for seniors living on a fixed income, that squeeze is very real and very painful. This benefit was designed specifically with that reality in mind, and it's meant to provide meaningful financial relief to the people who need it most. Now, the reason June 5th is such a critical date is because that is when the first wave of payments is scheduled to be distributed to eligible recipients. But here's what a lot of people don't realize. You can't just sit back and wait for the money to show up. There are steps that need to be taken before that date, and if those steps aren't completed in time, you could either experience a significant delay in receiving your payment or miss out on it entirely for this cycle. And given how tight budgets are for so many Social Security seniors right now, missing even one cycle of this benefit is not something you want to risk. The very first thing you need to do, and do this today if you haven't already, is verify that your personal information with the Social Security Administration is completely current and up to date. This sounds simple, and a lot of people assume it's already taken care of. But you would be surprised how many payment issues come down to something as straightforward as an outdated address or an old bank account number on file. If the SSA doesn't have your correct mailing address, any physical correspondence about this benefit won't reach you. And if they have outdated direct deposit information, any payment they try to send will bounce back or get stuck in a processing error. So before anything else, go to the official SSA website at ssa.gov, log into your My Social Security account, and confirm that your address, phone number, and banking details are all accurate and current. If you don't have a My Social Security account yet, now is absolutely the time to create one. It takes just a few minutes, and it puts you in complete control of your information. Once you've confirmed your personal information is accurate, the next critical step is to check your eligibility status for this specific benefit. Not every Social Security recipient automatically qualifies, and the eligibility criteria are based on several factors including your type of benefit, your income level, and your household size. Generally speaking, seniors who receive SSI, Supplemental Security Income, are among the most likely to qualify, but recipients of retirement benefits and SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, may also be eligible depending on their specific financial circumstances. The income thresholds are designed to target those with the greatest need, so if you're living primarily on your Social Security income with limited additional resources, there's a very strong chance you fall within the qualifying range. To check your specific eligibility, you'll want to visit the official government benefits portal at benefits.gov, which is a centralized resource that allows you to search for and assess your qualification for a wide range of federal assistance programs. You can also call the Social Security Administration directly at their toll-free number, which is 1-800-772-1213, and speak with a representative who can look at your specific case and tell you exactly where you stand. I do want to give you a fair heads up that wait times can be long, so if you call, try to do so early in the morning when call volumes tend to be lower, and have your Social Security number and any relevant documents ready when you do. Now, here's something extremely important that I want you to really pay attention to because this is where a lot of seniors get tripped up. In connection with benefit announcements like this one, scammers become extremely active. They know that when news of a new payment circulates, vulnerable people become targets, and they will go to incredible lengths to steal your information or your money. So let me be very clear. The Social Security Administration will never call you and ask for your Social Security number over the phone. They will never ask you to pay a fee in order to receive your benefits. They will never demand payment in gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency. If you receive any communication, whether by phone, email, or even a letter, that asks you for money or sensitive personal information in exchange for receiving this benefit, that is a scam. Full stop. Hang up the phone, delete the email, throw away the letter, and report it to the SSA's fraud hotline immediately. Protecting yourself from scams is just as important as taking the steps to claim your legitimate benefits, so please take this warning seriously. Moving forward, once you've verified your information and checked your eligibility, you'll want to look into whether you need to submit any kind of application or enrollment form for this specific benefit. Some grocery assistance programs tied to Social Security are automatically applied to eligible recipients, meaning the money simply gets added to your existing payment or sent separately without any additional action required on your part. Others, however, do require you to formally enroll or submit a short application before the payment can be processed. The way to find out which category applies to you is to check directly through your My Social Security account online or by contacting the SSA directly. Don't assume you're automatically enrolled. Take the 5 minutes to confirm it because that assumption has cost a lot of seniors real money in the past. It's also worth knowing that in some states, this grocery assistance benefit is being administered in coordination with state-level agencies rather than directly through the federal Social Security Administration. This means the process for applying or enrolling might look a little different depending on where you live, and there may be additional state-specific forms or documentation required. If you live in a state that has its own supplemental assistance programs layered on top of federal benefits, and many states do, it's worth contacting your local Department of Social Services or equivalent agency to ask whether there are any state-level steps you need to take to ensure you're receiving the full benefit you're entitled to. Every dollar counts, and the combination of federal and state support can add up to meaningful assistance for your grocery budget. Let's also talk about what this $950 can actually do for a senior living on a fixed income, because I think it's important to ground this conversation in real life. If you're bringing in somewhere around $900 to $1,400 per month from Social Security, which is the reality for a very large number of retired and disabled Americans, then your grocery budget is almost certainly under serious strain. The average American senior spends somewhere between $250 and $400 per month on groceries, and when you factor in the inflation-driven price increases of the last few years, many seniors are spending even more than that. A $950 grocery payment essentially covers 2 to 3 months of grocery expenses for a single-person household, and that is genuinely significant. That's money that doesn't have to come out of your utility budget or your medication budget or any of the other categories where seniors on fixed incomes are already making painful compromises every single month. And for seniors who are caring for a spouse or a dependent family member on the same fixed income, the impact is even more pronounced. We're talking about real breathing room, real relief, real stability, and that's exactly what this benefit is intended to provide. So please, do not dismiss this as just another government program that doesn't really make a difference. For millions of seniors across this country, $950 is a genuinely life-changing amount of money, and it deserves to be taken seriously and pursued with urgency. Now, I also want to make sure you're thinking about the bigger picture here, because this $950 grocery payment is not the only form of assistance that may be available to you. If you're a Social Security recipient who's been struggling financially, there's a very good chance that you may also qualify for other programs that you haven't tapped into yet. The SNAP program, formerly known as food stamps, provides ongoing monthly food assistance and has income thresholds that many Social Security seniors actually fall under, particularly those receiving SSI. The Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, known as LIHEAP, can help with utility costs. The Extra Help program through Medicare can dramatically reduce your prescription drug costs. And the Medicare savings programs can help cover your premiums, deductibles, and co-payments. The point I'm making is that the government has put in place a whole ecosystem of safety net programs designed specifically for people in your situation, and far too many eligible seniors are only accessing a fraction of what they're entitled to. This conversation about the June 5th grocery payment is a great opportunity not just to claim this one benefit, but to do a comprehensive review of everything you might be missing. A benefits counselor at your local area agency on aging can help you do exactly that, for free, and without any complicated process. I strongly encourage you to look them up in your area and schedule a call. Let me also address something that comes up a lot when these kinds of payments are announced, which is the question of taxes. Do you need to report this $950 grocery payment as income on your taxes? The general answer for most recipients is no. Grocery assistance payments and food benefits are typically not considered taxable income under federal law. However, tax situations can vary depending on your overall income level and the specific nature of the payment. So if you have any concerns about how this might affect your tax situation, it's always a good idea to consult with a tax professional or reach out to the IRS helpline for seniors, which is specifically staffed to assist older Americans with tax questions. As we get closer to June 5th, I also want you to start keeping an eye on your bank account or mailbox, whichever method you use to receive your Social Security payments, so that you'll notice if and when this additional payment arrives. If you're set up for direct deposit, the payment should appear in your account within a day or two of June 5th if everything is in order. If you receive paper checks, allow a little extra time for postal delivery. And if June 5th comes and goes without any sign of the payment and you believe you should have received it, don't just wait and hope. Contact the SSA promptly and ask them to look into it. Payments do occasionally get delayed or misdirected, and the sooner you flag it, the sooner it can be resolved. One more thing I want to leave you with before we wrap up, and this is perhaps the most important thing I've said in this entire video. The seniors who consistently get the most out of their Social Security benefits are not the ones who just sit back and wait for things to happen. They're the ones who stay informed, who take action, who verify their information, who ask questions, and who treat their benefits like the financial asset that they truly are. Your Social Security benefits are not charity. You paid into the system your entire working life, and you are entitled to every single dollar that is available to you. Never feel embarrassed or hesitant to pursue what is rightfully yours. So let me recap what you need to do before June 5th. Log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov and confirm that all of your personal information is current and accurate. Check your eligibility for this $950 grocery payment through benefits.gov or by calling the SSA directly. Find out whether you need to submit an application or enrollment form, and complete it if you do. Check with your state's social services agency to see if there are any additional state-level steps required, and while you're at it, do a full review of other benefits you may be entitled to but haven't yet claimed. The clock is ticking, and June 5th is coming faster than you think. But if you take action today, right now, after watching this video, you will put yourself in the best possible position to receive this payment and to make sure your benefits are fully optimized going forward. You deserve financial stability. You deserve food security, and you deserve to have someone in your corner making sure you don't miss out on what's yours. If this video helped you understand what you need to do, please take a second right now to give it a thumbs up. It truly helps us reach more seniors who need this information just as much as you did before you clicked play. Share it with a family member, a neighbor, or a friend who's on Social Security, because they may not know about any of this yet. And make sure you're subscribed so you never miss another update like this one. We're always here, fighting to make sure every senior has the information they need to live with dignity and security. Stay informed, take action, and we'll see you in the next one.